Yo, what up YouTube? It's Rhino here, back at Fake Holloman, aka Creech, on the Nevada map for round 2 of F-16B course. Today's plan of attack is to go out to IR-286, which is a real-world United States Air Force low-level training route for a time-on-target attack at Point Golf. You'll see we did pretty well there, only off by a few seconds. Using the F-16 systems. From there, we transition out to R2407 for some BSA to include some high drag deliveries. Weather was definitely a factor today, so you'll see me battling the clouds out there in 2407, but otherwise, good time. Came back home, did some patterns to include a simulated flame out pattern. If you enjoy it, give it a like, comment, subscribe. Be on the lookout on the user file section of the Eagle Dynamics website. Mission file should drop here in the next few days. Alright, just waiting for the INS to finish lining up. We'll go ahead and finish up our checklist here. Altimeter's 2999. Set up our waypoints for the low level. Our altitude alerter, we'll set 300 feet since we're going to be flying at 500. And then for cruise, inch time is 1845. 0.8 is our target. We want to hit it at 1901. Ready. Throw it into nav. Start a bingo. It's gonna be 3,000 today, all the way up in R4807. Set up our hammocks. Close enough. I need to fix my head tracker. It's like way too sensitive right now. Check what else we got here on our starting checks. I think we are all set. Time is 1833. We got 12 minutes till our entry time. Someone just blasted off. Might chill here for just another minute or two. Since we're a little bit tight on gas today. Guess we can just taxi slow so we can get things going, but just do that. Master arm not on. Anti-skid. And taxi. Brakes check.
Rolling.
The Tornadoes got low level entry 5 minutes before us. It's got an armor seat. Gotta get the radar altimeter on. Go lights to steady. Got the norm probes on. Lights on. Final is clear, it appears. Holloman traffic, Ninja 2-1, lining up runway 08, departing for IR 286. Holloman. Alright, 6 minutes to low level entry. It is currently 1839 Zulu. We'll take the left side of the runway, give to the inside of the first turn. We'll be turned into a heading of 110. Climb up to 14,000. Point alpha, we have to be at or above 14,000. Steering's off.
Rolling.
Right, gear up. Departure in, turning to 110.
Wheels up.
60.1 back in. There's the Tornadoes. Probably heading into the low level now. Alright, cleared into IR 286 at 1845Z. Maintain 14,000, still point Bravo. Sweet. Let's go ahead and make a left-hand orbit here. And we'll fence in. Fuel, we're at 11.1. Our continuation fuel to start the low level was 9,000, so we'll be plenty good there. climb coming. Tech and fire control radar, radio altimeters on, radios are set, RWRs on, lights, go ahead and kill those. Nav, go ahead and actually set our ground speed here. So what are you looking for? In nav, I want to auto sequence. Deployment's all good. We are fenced in 11.0. Let's go ahead and put steer point 2 in and go to the cruise page. It's requiring 600 knots to get there at 10:45, so let's get moving. About a minute late, it looks like. That's okay, we can make it up. So he's finally rolling in, just in time for me to kick him to wedge.
Flight, go wedge. 2, roger.
We're at 7 miles, 2 point alpha. Be a slight right jink out to steer point Bravo. Real quick, let's see. Maybe we can get. We're already within the low level, so we can start the turn to point Bravo now. Make up some of the time. Make a call out over the flight service station radio. All players, any aircraft, Ninja 2-1 entering IR 286 point alpha 14,000. We'll be descending to 10,000 here shortly, and then we'll be at 500 AGL after point Bravo. Be exiting point Golf at time 1901. All right, past point Alpha, let's go down to 10,000. Just make sure we stay VMC. Well, actually it's an IR, so we can actually go, we can go IMC. Entered at 10.4. 10.4. one thing I'll do periodically is just roll up to steer point 8. So you can see it only requires 465 right now, so we're okay. We're just a little bit behind on our first points. Alright, so we can actually cut this corner too. Let's go ahead to steer point 4. 10.2. And what I mean by we're still in the IR is we're still within the confines. So at all points, 5 miles right or left is center line, or route center line. Let's go ahead and drop it down to 500 AGL. So yeah, as long as you're within that 5 miles, right or left center line, you're still on the low level. On to Point Charlie here.
Altitude. Altitude.
Acknowledged. First point's gonna be this dry lake bed up ahead. Sorry, Point Charlie, not our first point. Getting out a little high. 500 and clear right. Next point's gonna be a road intersection. There should be a construction site up ahead. There it is. And there's an intersection just beyond it. Alright, made that turn at 9.7. 9.7. There's the intersection. Point Delta 9.6. A slight left to Echo. It's our longest leg here. Should be about 8 minutes. 506 knots requested. Two's looking good out there. Hanging out a little low.
Altitude. Altitude.
As we head north up in this direction, the terrain rises as well, so we kind of have to be cognizant of that. There's Beatty Airport. Not supposed to overfly yet. Looks like we are to the east of it. Lead's probably going over it, but... Or sorry, our wingman's probably going over it, but there's not much we can do about him. Wedge, he can maneuver as required. He just refuses to. tuck back in.
Altitude. Altitude.
Acknowledged. Still good spacing from our tornadoes up ahead. .1. We said we were good to start the low level at 9,000, so we are sitting good. I always tell myself I'll go and look at waypoint 8 to see what my requested is, but that's also if I was going direct to it. I always tend to forget that point. Alright, so Echo up ahead. It's a small peak. Can barely make it out. Try and point it out once we get there, but it's not much.
Pull up.
Acknowledge visual terrain. Been a little slow. Minutes to the turn point.
Altitude. Altitude. Altitude.
After point 6, we'll do a mini fence in. We'll go to simulate on the master arm, air to ground master mode. Get our weapon systems ready. ridge crossing. Use God's G to pull the nose back down. Get back on speed. There we go. Alright, there's that small peak. Just up past the flight path vector there. Said not much. A little fast. Almost be a bit of a descending turn here. We're clear right. We're about 8.6. Clear right. Going right. Let's get back on speed. Got a little slow there for a moment. We're going to go ahead and go master arm to simulate. Air to ground master mode. Fast. We're approaching the exit point. Go steer point 8. Run straight ahead. We need to book it. Got slow there.
Altitude. Altitude.
Acknowledged. After the attack will be popping up 9,000, direct away point 9 for R2407 entry. I got the target in sight. Have a lay down here, and I would pickle 6 seconds late, up to 9,000, direct waypoint 9. Hard right. Master arms off. In aircraft. Ninja 2-1 is off. IR 286 point golf proceeding to Romeo 2407 entry point 9,000 Mach 0.8. Back to nav master mode, up to 9,000 direct waypoint 9 for 2407 entry. What do I say, 190106 on the drop there. So 6 seconds late, not too shabby. $9,000 in the weather. It's at 7.5. In the Master Arm Simulate mode, I'm not sure if I hit the pickle button what it does, like if it shows kind of a like simulated drop point or what, but I'm not sure what it does. I didn't actually hit it. Alright, we're established 2407. We can expect our tasking approaching waypoint 10. Alright, so first attack's going to be some low angle, high drag deliveries. They'll be at about 5,000 feet. AGL, about 10 to 15 degrees nose low on the drops. Then we'll go to low drag, high angle for the last 4 of our Mark 82 Snake Eyes. And there we'll transition over to the I have an aircraft revetment strafe pit. Just do some high angle strafes until we're bingo or until we're satisfied with how things are going. Emphasis today is on making the appropriate pattern calls. See, activate ranges via F10 menu, waypoint 11 of the bombing ranges. We'll go to waypoint 11. We'll request the small target bomb range. Red smoke. Go ahead and turn autopilot off. Kind of do a little whammo check, but we'll go air to ground master mode. Still want CCIP high drag. Master arm is on. We're going to do a dry pass first. And we're at 7,000. Let's go ahead and drop it down to 8,000. Try to get below this weather. There's our red smoke. Ninja 2-1 is in dry. Alright, looks like it could be a good just straight south pass there, so we'll turn crosswind to 090. Pop it up to 10,000. Airground master. CCIP. Awkward working with the weather here. Just have to space out our downwind a little bit more. Stay high. Okay. Let's turn base. So it's probably going to be very wide. Clearing the target. It's actually going to be okay that we're a little bit wide just because we're higher than what I really wanted to be at. Go to the farthest left target. And Ninja 2-1's base. 6.6 and Ninja 2-1 is in. Weather sucks. Holding 10 degrees. Ninja 2-1's off dry parameters. Need to be faster. With the high drag. I think everything about that was fine. Except the speed. Also late on my base call, which I wasn't thrilled about. It's okay with the late base call, but I need to make sure I'm calling late. Okay, we're armed. High drag, nose tail. We are 6.4. Visually acquire the target. Gonna extend out a bit. Ninja 2-1's base, 6.4. Keep it at mill power for these runs. Ninja 2-1's in. 15 nose low, I think. Good hit. Okay, maybe a little bit wider. 6.2. Kind of funky. I'm kind of working on different parameters than what I've practiced with because the clouds. That's good. Still making it work. Still good on gas. Visually acquired. Good thing we dropped a mark point because the smoke's gone now. Way fast. Ninja 2-1's base, 6.1. Ninja 2-1 is in. Go for the next one to the right. Check that 10-degree line. Good hit. All right, let's get to profile 2. Okay, low drag, single, 5.8. These are going to be high angle, so we got to get back into that mindset. Ninja 2 on base, 5.8. We'll go to the third one from the left now on the front row. Ninja 2-1 in. Good hit. A little bit wide. I wasn't able to get down to 30 degrees. 5.6. Ninja 2 on base, 5.6. Next one over, Ninja 2-1 in. Got 2 more. I'm trying to make these quicker passes, but that one was a little bit sloppy on the speed. 5.4. Honestly, should have called myself off on that one, just due to parameters. Ninja 2 on base, 5.3. Off some energy here. Back one. Didn't call it in. A pretty good pattern, but missing calls. Last one. 5.0. Ninja 2-1 base 5.0, last pass. Ninja 2-1 in, last pass.
Pull up. Pull up. Caution. Caution.
That's at steer point 12 to 9,000. Over to the strafe pits. Ninja 2-1 is off to the northeast, 9,000. We're at 4,000, so we're at 4,900, so about 2,000 pounds to play with. I only anticipate having to do like, it's actually up to 9,500. 2 or 3 gun runs. You know what? I screwed up. I need to be on true airspeed. Debrief item. I mean, with CCIP fixes all, but if I was doing manual runs and I was using ground speed vice true airspeed, I would definitely be jacking with my bomb tables. Go ahead and spawn this range. We'll do the aircraft strafe. White smoke. There it is. Let's go ahead and drop a mark point on it. Okay. 0.27. Range control. Ninja 2-1's in from the west for the aircraft strafe pits. Be passing south to north. Okay, got guns selected. Master arms on. Air to Grand Master mode. We got 4,600 pounds. There we go. There's our guys. These clouds are really gonna screw with us. Ninja 2-1's in. Just got a 7,500. Just have to keep it really tight. Ninja 2 on base 4.4. Ninja 2 on N. Low angle strafe now. Cloud still just hanging over. Ninja 2 on base 4.4. Ninja 2 on in.
Pull up. Pull up.
Terrible. I'm just not getting the time I need. Let's go up to 10. Let's see if we can get a normal pass in here. This will be our last pass. We'll head home. Ninja 2-1, base 4.0, last pass. Maybe the further east one will be more usable. Try that. This sucks. Didn't call it in. Freaking weather. I never called the smoking sight. Off. Cleared Mercury recovery via Garth. Climb maintain 10,000. Direct Garth is waypoint 13. It's this direction, so. Let's run off. Man, that was tough. But, you know, that's what you have to deal with in the real world too. Weather is a thing. Let's head back home, do some patterns, call it a day. Master arms off. We're in nav master mode. Go ahead and put 2 in echelon left.
Flight. Go. Echelon left. Hail. Affirm.
But yeah, we're still simulating. We're in the threat zone, so once we get to Garth, that's when we'll fence out. Pull this puppy back. 5.8. Actually, when I go to steer point 14, I just want to see what I'd be at steer point 14 with. Looks like we'll get back with 2,200 pounds. Altitude is 39,000. Passing Garth. We'll go ahead and fence out. At 3.4. Let's go ahead and turn our lights back on. Emitters, we didn't turn anything off. Debrief item, I should have turned my dispensers on. The 2 ones fenced out, 3.4. Alright, passing point flush here. 3.2. Believe we should be on our way to Point Mercury. So with that, we'll go ahead, kick the autopilot off. Our general descent, pattern altitude should be 4,500 feet. If I really cared, I would have told 2 to come in closer, but this actually reminds me I should Tell him to go to RTB.
Flight, RTB.
So he's
Affirm.
out the open
RTB.
way. Hopefully he doesn't crash this time. If you watched my last video. Dude plowed it in on short final. I'm below 10, I should be slowing it down. $250 or min practical if your aircraft requires faster than 250, which fighters generally do.
Bingo. Bingo.
Alright, copy. Bingo fuel. Let's go ahead and reset it to 1500. So, I mean, no kidding. Need to be on the ground. Those of you who may not know, bingo fuel is just typically going to be the furthest point on your flight plan. The fuel it takes to get you back home and land with required reserves. So 3,000 pounds there, that was for when we were way back in our 4807. It's enough fuel to get me back home and to full stop. But since we're closer now, obviously I have more gas to work with. Engine 21 Mercury, copy, runway 08 in use, wind 08010, clear for the option, runway 08, pattern altitude 4,500. Oh. Just gonna follow this road till we're on extended center line of the runway back home. But yeah, now that I'm closer, obviously I have the 300 pounds way closer, or the 3,000 pounds way closer to base, so have the ability to do some patterns. Not a whole bunch, but maybe two. Definitely started that descent a little too early. There's airfill out there. I'm going to do right-hand patterns. So we got this mountain right here that's like right on your base to final turn if you do left traffic. Just gonna do a normal pattern, and then I'll do a low key simulated flame out pattern from low key to the full stop. Dumbass, there he is. 1,000 above, out that way somewhere.
Altitude. Altitude.
Acknowledged. Engine 21, 3 mile initial. 08. Really can't wait to see how 2 screws me over here. Approaching, Ninja 2-1 in the brake. Good speed, gear down. There's 2. There's 2 on right base, gear down option. Ninja 2-1, traffic is your wingman. 3-mile initial. So close to being money. Alright, low approach. That power back. Haven't landed this light in a while. Alright, going around. Positive rate, gear up.
Altitude. Altitude.
Gear up. Right at 250. Don't know where he is. Ninja 2-1, request low key. Low key approved. Alright, we're going up to 5,000 AGL, whatever that might be. Maybe 8,000. Try to keep it tight, under 270 knots. That 8,000 should be on the money. But there's freaking clouds. Who would have ever guessed? So keep it right below them. We're going to be low energy pattern here, so we're going to have to keep it tight. Alright, there's low key. Gear down. There's 2-1. Low key, gear down. 2.5. Full stop. Let's get that nose over. Keep it tight. We're at idle. Pitch down. Let's try to get back to at least 230.
Altitude. Altitude.
I try to put that flight path vector right on the underrun. Like you're going to crash on it. Start rolling out. Might use a little speed brake, which is kind of high energy. Freaking grease job. Full aft stick. There's 100 knots on the brakes. As you can see, this flame out patterns. It's all about energy management. So, like, I recognized, hey, I'm lower than I want to be. I want to be at 5,000. I'll roll it to the end here. Wanted to be at 5,000, but I was actually only about 4,500. So I just tightened up the pattern a little bit. Maybe waited to drop the gear Probably a second or two later than I normally would have. Well, actually, normally would drop the gear at high key, but obviously from a simulated low key, you can't do that. But I was able to make up quite a bit of energy to the point where I actually used the boards to kind of get myself slowed down in the flare. Taxi lights, speed brake is in. Let me start turning some things off. Go fire control radar off. Probe heat off. Flash. Excuse me. Stand by. Yeah, ultimately, all about energy management. Just make it work. As you say, back when I was a UPT instructor, put the thing on the thing, be an athlete about it. Taxi her back into park, shut her down, and then crack a beer open, head in for the debrief. So next video that I have planned in the series for this one is going to be some BFM. So going to be out to the Caliente MOA, and we'll do some 1v1 dog fighting, which in all honesty, that's what I really need in this game, is the air-to-air portion. Something I've never been good at. I've always kind of favored ground pounding, so it'll be interesting to dig into the world of BFM and the air-to-air realm. Park in this first little hangar here, little shelter. I don't think there's anyone in it. Lights, radar off. Chocks in.
Copy. Wheel chocks are now in place.
Alright, so there's IR-286, and transition to R-4807 for some BSA. I'll be uploading the mission file at some point here onto the Eagle Dynamics server. If you haven't seen the previous video I posted with just the BSA ranges just to the east of Karich here, I have posted that, so go take a look at that. Also, go ahead and take a look at that video. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool set of ranges there as well. So if you enjoyed that, or if you enjoyed this, I'd appreciate a like, comment, subscribe. So going forward, plan is to just keep going along with this B course thing, and then here pretty soon I'm gonna try and start doing some campaigns. Going back to, if you watched other previous videos of mine, the F-15E Uctabania campaign, I plan on doing that with the F-16 now. Unfortunately, the F-15, the Strike Eagle's kind of fallen through. I was practicing out a mission not too long ago and just found a few bugs, and it was driving me nuts. I was like, let's just go back to the F-16. So, fortunately, that's not going to work out. Maybe at some point, Razbam and Eagle Dynamics will get together, and we can go back to the F-15 and finish out that campaign. But until then, we'll be back in the F-16. All right, debrief me in the comments. Let me know how I did. Stay tuned to the Eagle Dynamics user files for the mission itself. Till next time, we'll see ya!